Can you walk us through what it's like to have a panic attack?
You just get very uncomfortable. Your heart rate goes up. Your heart is going really fast. You feel like you're gonna pass out. It was the strongest feeling I've ever felt that I was gonna die, because you can't control what's going on with your heart and your brain. So it's both your body and your brain is telling you like something is wrong. You gotta go to the doctor. And I actually took my first ambulance ride about a month ago when I started to feel bad at the end of the workday, and I was really having trouble breathing, and I just could not get a good breath at all. And I just thought I was gonna stop breathing, which is not logical. So I went to the urgent care and I said, can you just check my oxygen to make sure I'm getting enough? I checked my pulse, and she said my oxygen was fine, but she suggested I could go to the ER to get a lung x-ray because this was a new symptom, shortness of breath, that it had never been so bad and constant, because it was like days of feeling I just can't get enough air. So they took me to the hospital, did a lung x-ray, did an EKG. They asked me a lot if I was on drugs. You know, I kept saying no, I'm not on drugs.
And you don't have depression and anxiety. It is specifically anxiety, is that correct? So, and what do the doctors say? What do you hear from doctors?
I've been checked out a lot because it's a lot of health anxiety where I think, you know, something has to be wrong with my heart, because otherwise why would I be feeling like this? So I've been to cardiologists and I've had MRIs, and they say it's just anxiety, everything is fine. Last year I ended up doing partial hospitalization, which is like a day program for this type of thing. It was helpful because dialectical therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, it's all trying to change the way your mind thinks about things, which in the moment, sometimes you can't do it, because if it gets far enough, you know, the only thing you can think about is dying. Taking Xanax helps. I take them when I need them.
Talk to me about how this impacts your life.
I'm lucky because my job is very flexible. You know, if I need to work from home a day, I can. It's more here. Nighttime is very hard for me, being alone. Sometimes I'll have to stay at somebody's house, or I'll have to have my dad come stay, like I'm a child, because I can't make it through the night by myself. I got the sun tattooed because after that program, because I just hated the nighttime so much.
So when did you first start noticing that anxiety was an issue for you?
I had my first panic attack in 7th grade, and it was just like the switch, something was happening. I ran upstairs, my dad was sleeping on the couch, and I said, I need a doctor. So we drove to the hospital, and they have the triage, and she said, you're okay, I think you're just having a panic attack. Since then, it goes up and down, and each time it comes back a little differently and a little bit stronger.
What about your parents?
My mom understands well, because she goes through it herself.
So your mother has panic attacks too? What about your sister? Or?
My sister does. I don't think my dad does.
Is there a trigger?
No, there's not. It's totally random. It made me mad for a long time. Some days you don't want to get up and do anything. Not that you don't want to, it's that you are just scared. Because what if you get your heart rate up, and then what if it just keeps going up? And then what if, you know, you get trouble breathing, and it can feel really scary. Just accept it and just survive it till the next one, because there's always a next one.
Has that been an issue in terms of relationships, or?
It's definitely prohibited me, like, from wanting to really date. You don't want people to see you have a panic attack. You don't want to have to try to explain it to someone.
What would you like people to know about what it's like to be a person living with anxiety?
Well, for me, sometimes I feel guilty. It can be lonely. It's hard. It's tiring, because your body it's always wanting to fight or flight. not think less of someone if they have that issue, because it's real. I'm not ashamed or anything, and everybody's going through something. You don't know what it is, but